Okay guys, let me share my screen. Right. So in the last class we discussed about the what things we discussed guys in the last class. Can you tell me what and all things we discussed in the last class? Can anyone tell me guys?
It was installation of
How
SSMS.
to download the SSMS,
Okay.
how to install this.
How to download SSMS, how to install SSMS, then how many
Services.
services will be created when you install SQL Server, what folders will be created, right? So all these things we discussed
How
yesterday.
services install.
Yeah.
We have
So
discussed
So,
services also, sir.
yes, services also we
But
discussed.
folders.
Yes.
excuse me, sir. So one question, sir. Can we increase the storage space?
VM, yes, we can increase, but the thing is you have to stop the VM before increasing. Okay. So there is a command. GUI you cannot do that. There is a command. Using that command you have to increase that storage. Okay. If you want, let me know. I'll pull that command. I'll give it to you. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Sir.
That command you have to run in the command prompt. The machine should be in stopped state.
Right, sir.
Yeah. Anyone
And
started?
about the sir mixed and window mode, sir. How to change it?
Shankar, don't start the video. Okay. You can stop the video. Let me stop it for you. Okay, that's fine. Right. Yes, Harminder.
So how to change the mode from mixed mode to window mode
Ah,
or
okay.
window?
There is a separate class, security class. Nothing to worry. Okay. So we'll discuss completely in the security class how to change the mode from mixed mode to SQL Server to your Windows authentication to mixed mode. Okay. I'll tell you in the security class. Nothing to worry.
Right, right, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, your
Any
voice is
other
not
question?
clear.
Uh, Guys, any issue with my audio?
Yes. No,
No, no.
voice is not clear.
Yeah,
It's not clear. It's not
right,
clear. It's not clear.
right. Everyone feeling the same?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All
It's
right.
fine.
Okay, so who asked the voice issue? Who is facing voice issue? Please reconnect if you have any voice issues and all. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me check this IP address. Okay. So the IP address is not changed. Let me connect to the server remotely. So in the last class we discussed about installing Management Studio, importance of Management Studio also we discussed it, right? So what is this Management Studio guys? Management Studio is an interface. Okay, so by using this interface we can connect to the existing and running SQL servers. If SQL server is not up and running, we cannot connect through Management Studio guys. So Management Studio is an interface which will helps you to connect to the running instances guys. Okay, so that is one thing, and of course every application will have client server architecture. So what is the client? Management Studio is the client, and of course your SQL server is the server guys. By using the client we are able to connect to the SQL server guys. So without Management Studio, can I connect to the SQL server?
No, sir.
So without Management Studio also I can connect to the SQL server. Okay, so that is using command prompt. Okay, so using command prompt you can connect, but the thing is you cannot see user interface. You can only see a black screen. Whatever you want to do, whatever commands you want to write, you have to write it in the command only, in the command prompt. Through command prompt also you can connect, but here command prompt you can use it as a client. Through command prompt you are connecting to the SQL server. So without client you cannot connect to the server. Either you are going to use command prompt as a client or you are going to use Management Studio as a client. That's your wish. Usually 90% no one will use command prompt. In very rare situations will use command prompt. Okay, so 99.99% is all our activities. Why? Because we don't like commands. We don't know queries. Okay, it's very difficult to manage with the queries, right? So you should know everything. If it is a command prompt, you have to handle the whole SQL server with the commands only. everything you have to know, each and every command you have to know, which is very difficult to remember. So that's why we are going to use management studio. Management studio is an interface. So lot of the things you can see, like right click, whatever you want to do you can do it using this interface. Okay, graphical user interface. So 99% we are going to use management studio only in the organization. In case, okay, if something happened, if the SQL server is uh, like very busy, it's not allowing the connections using management studio, or to fix some of the issues, we are going to use command prompt, guys. Okay, so 99% we are going to use management studio only in the organization. Chalo, let me open management studio. How can I open management studio? Just hit the Windows button. You can type ss or ssms, anything you can type. Okay, ss or ssms you can type, so you can see. So this was installed yesterday, guys. Anyone remember the version of the management studio? Yesterday we just installed, right? Anyone remember the version of the
18
management
point.
studio?
18.11 and
You
12.
can see here. Okay, when you open management studio, you can see the version here, 18.11. Okay, dot one. So we have different versions. Okay, so before SQL Server 2016, means up to 2014, management studio is inbuilt tool. You have to select management tools in the shared features. Tell me, guys, management studio is a shared feature or specific feature? If I install one more,
2017 onwards, 16 onwards.
if I install one more SQL server, okay, so do I need to install one more management studio?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so for example, I have SQL Server 2017 and I have SQL Server 2019 in my machine. So can I connect to this 2017 and 2019 in a single management studio? Is it possible? Is it possible, guys? Can I connect to my using existing management studio? Can I connect to all the versions of my SQL servers? Can I connect?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
No. No, sir.
Tell me, guys. Yes or no? Okay, we'll go. Let's open the chart. Send a message to me. Can we connect to all the versions using management studio? Okay. So yes or no? I need answers from everyone. Try to respond
Sir, at a time you said, or like
at a time or any time. శివశంకర్
సార్
పింక్ చేశారా నాకు వాట్సాప్లో?
లేదు సార్, లేదు సార్, నేను చేయలేదు సార్.
చేయండి, పింక్ చేయండి ఒకసారి. మీ నెంబర్ నా దగ్గర లేదు.
ఓకే, నెంబర్ చెప్పండి సార్.
నా నెంబర్ ఉందా మీ దగ్గర?
ఉంది సార్ మీ నెంబర్.
పింక్ చేయండి ఒకసారి నాకు.
ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడే పింక్ చేయండి, ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో లెట్ మీ చెక్ ద ఆన్సర్స్. ఓకే ఓకే, no problem Jayesh, no problem. Okay, so no problem. So Pradeep said no, no. Satyam no. Prasad no. Sudhindra yes. Gajanan yes. Raju Reddy no. Hiralal yes. Chaitanya yes. No. Saket yes. Shiva no. Pradeep maybe yes. Venkat Shiva no. Shravani no. Murli yes. Anil no. And Satish no. Shahin yes. No. Yes. No. Jayesh, okay. So the answer is, guys, the answer is yes. Okay, so SQL Server Management Studio is a shared client. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio is a shared client. Okay, you can use a single ssms to connect to all the instances. The instances can be same version, can be from same version. The instances can be from different versions also. Okay, so one management studio is enough in the whole machine, guys. Okay, One management studio is enough, but whenever you are installing multiple SQL servers, for example, if you are installing 2016, 17, and 19, for this, of course, management studio won't install by default. If you install 2005, 8, 8 or to 12, 14, for these versions, usually if you choose management tools, so for these versions, again management studio will install automatically. Okay, guys, I'm not saying if you have multiple management studio in a single machine, that is wrong. You can have multiple management studios of different versions. That's not wrong, that's not an issue. But using one management studio, you can connect to all the instances from all the versions, guys. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, Shiv Shankar, I'm so sorry. I saved your number in with a different name. Okay.
Okay, okay. No,
Yeah.
no problem.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. Okay, guys. So using one management studio, I can connect to all the SQL servers with the same version and with a different version also. But there is a small challenge, guys. Okay. So in the SQL Server, latest SQL Server version, latest Management Studio version is 18.11, guys. Right. So in this Management Studio, you can connect to 2000 instance. You can connect 2005 instance. You can connect 2008 instance. Sorry, 2008 instance. You can connect to 2008 R2 instance. You can connect to 12 instance. You can connect to 2014 instance. You can connect to 2016 instance, and you can connect to 2017. Of course, you can connect 2019 instance also. But see here, if the management studio is higher version, no issues, guys. If the management studio is higher version, no issues. You can happily connect all the lower version SQL servers. Listen carefully. If the management studio is higher version, there are no issues. You can happily connect all the lower version SQL servers. Every feature you can see, all the features of all the versions you can see in the management studio. Imagine now let's go like this. You just installed 2005 SQL Server 2005. So when you install 2005 SQL Server 2005 Management Studio will come. Okay, by default SQL Server 2005 Management Studio will come. Okay, so here also you can connect to all the versions in the 2005 Management Studio. Also you can connect to all the version, but there is a challenge. As SQL Server, imagine up to 2005 no issues. Why? Because you are using 2005 Management Studio, right? So up to 2005 no issues. All the lower version happily you can work, and all the features you can see in the 2005 Management Studio. Up to 2005 instances, whatever versions are there, all the versions you can connect, and you can see all the features. But if you connect to 2008 instance in the 2005 Management Studio, can we connect, guys? First of all, your SQL Server is 2008 and your Management Studio is 2005. Can we connect? Can we connect?
No, sir.
Yes, we can connect. Again, the answer is in all the Management Studio, you can connect all the SQL servers. The challenge is if any new features are there in the 2008, those new features you cannot see in the 2005 Management Studio. If any new features are there in the 2008 R2, those new features you cannot see in the 2005 Management Studio. If any new features are there in the 2012, those features you cannot see in the 2005 Management. You can connect all the versions in the 2005 Management Studio, no issues. But higher version, if your Management Studio version is lower version and you are trying to connect to the higher version instance, higher version features you cannot see in the lower version Management Studio. Is it clear or not? Let me know if you have any doubts. Only thing is, yes, you can connect any version of SQL Server in any version of Management Studio. That is true. Okay. And the second very important point is, if your Management Studio is lower version, and if you are connected to the higher version instance in the lower version Management Studio, higher version features you don't see in the Management Studio. Example, I'll tell you. Always on feature is introduced from, can anyone tell me when it was introduced?
So 12 onwards.
Very good. Okay. So it was introduced from SQL Server 2012. So if you connect SQL Server 2012 in the 2005 Management Studio, you can't see this always on feature. Okay, so let me show you that one. Let me connect to the server. This is my default instance. Default instance you can connect in multiple ways. I'll tell you first of all, this is my computer name. Using computer name, I can connect to the default instance. How to find out the computer name, guys? How to find out the computer name? One is
MS
use
Info
this.
30.
Yes, MS Info 32. You can use this PC properties. You can use any command you know. Okay, so this PC properties under computer name, you can find the computer name. There is a command also in the command prompt. You have to type host name. Don't give any spaces. Host name. This is my computer name. So you can connect as we installed default instance yesterday. So that's why this is my computer name. So what is this name, sir? I don't understand this name. Nothing. This is just a computer name. Okay, so I can connect to the default instance. So when I connected to the default instance, now you can see here, okay, always on feature, right? Let me expand. Right, this feature is introduced from 2012 onwards, but you can connect to this instance. This is 2017, right? How I said this belongs to 2017, guys, using this bill number. Agree? 14.0 means 2017 instance. Can I connect this instance in 2005 Management Studio, guys?
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, we can connect. The thing is, you cannot see polybase feature. You cannot see always on feature in the 2005 Management Studio. Okay, guys, is it clear now? So you can connect any version of SQL Server in any version of Management Studio. What you have to remember here, guys, if the Management Studio is lower version, if Management Studio is higher version, okay, higher version, and if you are connected, if lower version instances are connected, no issues, nothing will happen. Why? Because your Management Studio is higher version, so all the features you can see in the higher version Management Studio. Reverse, okay, if your Management Studio is lower version and you are connected to the higher version SQL Server, and you are connected to the higher version SQL Server, what is the challenge, guys?
You can't see the features.
Higher version features you cannot see in the lower version Management
Yes,
Studio.
yes.
So this is very important. Sometimes we are in a hurry and will connect to the servers, we'll open Management Studio, we don't see which Management Studio we just opened. We'll simply connect to Management Studio and you will connect to instance, and you are trying to expand always on feature, but you don't see the always on feature. Then you will worry, why I don't see the always on feature. Okay, so the reason, guys, if your Management Studio is lower version, you cannot see. If you can connect to the higher version instances, no issues, but higher version features are not visible in the lower version Management Studio. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? Done. Okay, so let me disconnect this server. This is your disconnect button, guys. This is your connect button. And if you see, yesterday in my local laptop, I used 2016 Management Studio. So there is a difference between 2016 Management Studio and 2019 Management Studio. Okay, so yesterday, if you remember, these screens, these options are like small computer icons. If you remember yesterday, these options are like small computer icons. Connect, disconnect button. But here, if you see, it's kind of a charger. Like when you connect charger, you will get this symbol, right? Kind of a charger button. So this is your connect button. If you want to connect to any instance, you can connect to the instance by just giving the instance name. And when you can connect to the instance, guys, in what cases you can connect to the instance? I'm unable to connect to the instance. What are the reasons? What might be the reason, guys? Might be
Service.
services are not
Service.
up and running. Very
Yes.
good. Next.
The Windows server may be down.
Okay, Windows server is down. Very good. Next.
Incorrect credentials.
Excellent. Incorrect credentials. Next. Next, very important thing. Incorrect server name.
iPhone is not accepted.
That's okay. See, hyphen, that is different thing. Hyphen is different thing. Okay. Hyphen is a different thing. You might have asked one doubt like, sir, you said in the server name only dollar and underscore will be accepted. Why it was accepted hyphen? Here, as this is a default instance, it will take the computer name. You are not giving manually here. It will by default it will pull the computer name. In the computer name, if hyphen is there, of course it has to accept it. Okay. While giving for named instance, those are the rules. Whatever we said, those are the rules for named instance. So if your instance is not up and running, if your instance is not in the domain, if you are giving wrong credentials, or if you are giving wrong server name, okay, so in all these cases you cannot connect to the server, guys. Agree? Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right, fine. Okay. So default instance, you can connect to the default instance in multiple way, guys, multiple ways. Let me disconnect. Okay. This is your server. I can disconnect like this. This is the disconnect button. Again, I want to connect, connect. Whenever you have work, connect. And once your work is completed, disconnect. No issues. Disconnect means don't think it was shut down the server. No. Disconnect means, see, whenever you have work, whenever you want to send messages, you will open WhatsApp. If you don't want to send any messages, you will close the WhatsApp. That doesn't mean WhatsApp is not running and you are not receiving the messages. WhatsApp is up and running in the back end, and whenever anyone sends the message, you are going to receive the message. That's okay. But if you have work, you will open WhatsApp and you are going to send messages. And if you don't have work, you will close the WhatsApp. Okay. So in the same way, connect and disconnect. If you have work, connect to the server. If you don't have work or your work is completed, you will disconnect from the server. So guys, for default instance, I can connect in multiple ways, guys. One is computer name. This is the one. Okay. And all the services, tell me guys, all the services and folders for default instance, what is the name of the services and folders, guys? With what name they are going to be created? Yesterday we discussed.
MS SQL Server.
MS SQL Server. If you see in the services MS SQL Server, that is a default instance. If you see in the folders MS SQL Server, that is a default instance. Okay. So while for default instance, okay, in the services and in the C program files, Microsoft SQL servers, all the names would be MS SQL Server only for default instance. For named instance, whatever name you will give, with that name it will create the services and folders. Okay. But you can ask, sir, can I connect to the server using MS SQL Server? No, you cannot connect. Okay. You have to give computer name only. Okay. If you don't know the computer name, click on this below button, the drop down button. You can select the computer name or click on browse for more. Okay, it is going to pull the data. Click on the database engine. You can see, in case if multiple instances are installed in this machine, you can see all the instance name, guys. Here here now you can see only one server and one server name, right? If multiple instances are there, how you can find it out, guys? Either you can find it out from the services.msc, or you can find it out from SSMS. In the database engine expand, if you see only one server, only one instance is installed. If you see multiple servers, in the local server section, guys, not in the network servers. Network servers means all the organizational servers. Lot of servers will be there in the network. Not that one. In the local server, if you see only one server name, means only one instance is installed. If you see multiple instances, multiple names, means multiple servers are installed. Okay. Select that instance and click OK. And you can click OK. This is one way of connecting to the default instance. Second way is you can just give dot, guys. Let me connect to this first. Connect. I'll again try to connect. Okay. I have already connected to this instance once. Can I connect to the same instance again? If again you are trying to give the same name, it will highlight, guys. Okay. If you give the same name, it will simply highlight. You cannot connect again. Okay. But can I connect with a different name?
Yes.
Yes, I can connect. Okay. So another name for default instance is dot, guys. Dot. Simply dot. Just dot. That's it. Don't type dot dot. Okay. Just dot. Dot and click connect, guys. Okay. So like this also you can connect to the default instance. So if you see any of your colleagues screen while working, if you see any colleague's screen, if we connected using dot, Don't ask, hey, where is the server name? You should know this basic thing. This is very basic thing. He just connected using dot means he connected to the which instance, guys?
Default.
Default instance. So default instance you can also connect with the dot. Just a dot instead of giving the whole computer name. Dot means it will treat it as a computer name. That is one more way. Next, there is another way, guys. That is your local. Just type local. Okay. So this is also one way. Okay. Another way is also there. That is called your local host. Okay. So that is your local host. Local host means machine. So local host means it is going to take a default instance, guys. So now tell me how many instances I have installed in my machine, guys. How many instances I have installed?
Only one, sir.
Okay. So only one instance. Only one instance is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only one instance is there, but connected using multiple names, guys. Don't think I can see 4 entries means 4 instances I just installed. Only one instance connected using multiple names. Like example, for you, you will have a legal name, you will have a pet name, and your friends will call you with a different name. Your parents will call you with a different name. Okay, your brothers and sisters will call you with a different name, and of course in the certificates you can have a legal name. So you might have 3 names, 4 names, okay? But don't think you will exist 3 times, 4 times. No, you are a single copy calling with the different names. In the same way, we have only one instance, guys, connected using multiple instance names. What is that? Please show me again how to look up instance names from SSR. Okay, so you can click on connect button and go to drop down, go to browse for more and database engine you can see. This is how you can see Sudhendra. But again, listen the classes properly. If you asking again, I can't show you. Okay, again means usually this is a small picture I can show you. But if you simply okay by somehow you just missed that point. If you ask me again, if it is small point, I'll tell you. If it is a big lengthy point and all, again you have to go through the recordings. Okay, guys. So this is how you have to connect to the default instance. So don't think again I am saying don't think I have 4 instances. No, only one instance is connected using 4 ways, 4 different ways, 4 multiple ways. There are 2 3 ways extra also. You can connect to the default instance in 5 ways or 6 ways. I'll give you one assignment, guys. Other than these 4 ways, tell me what other ways are there to connect to the default instance. There are some other ways
Something
also
less
there,
than 1 minute.
extra. Yes, please. Let me reconnect, guys. Showing less than 1 minute. Let me reconnect. Please use the same link to join again.